So the types of analytics, data analytics. So one is descriptive, the second was predictive, and the third one prescriptive, and the last one, not the last one, the fourth one is the diagnostic. There are many others like inferential, exploratory, text analysis, and spatial analysis. So I will go back and I will explain each one of them. Now, it's very simple. Descriptive analysis describe what has happened. That's what it does. It doesn't go beyond there, just describing. So for example, you may use mean, mode, median, range, standard deviation to provide a basic understanding of the data. So we just describe what has happened or the data that we have. It just involves the summarizing and describing the features and characteristics of a data set. Simple. The mean will be like about 10 people. The mean is, one, or the medium, the median and mode and all that. So you only need to explain what the data we have represent, the characteristics and the features of the data that we have. Just describing what has happened. Now, when we move further to make predictions and forecast about the future outcome, then we are doing predictive analysis. Now, descriptive just describe the data set that we have. Predictive uses what we have to make predictions, to make forecasts, but that has to be based on the data that we have. It employs techniques such as regression analysis, which we're going to learn in statistical analysis, which would be the next module. It uses time series, which again you're going to learn. It uses machine learning algorithms that we are not going to learn because it's advanced level, to develop models that can predict the future. Are we together? I need a yes for everyone. Are we together?
Yes. Yes, yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now there's prescriptive. This is advanced level of predictive because it gives you recommendations. So prescriptive analysis goes beyond just predictive analysis and provides recommendation or suggestion for action to optimize the outcome. So for example, you know that it rained yesterday. Based on the historical information you have, then it's likely to rain even next week. Now, when you take an action, so what happens if it rains? It may be raining too much that people need to move or to relocate to other places. Like in US today, the people who live in Florida have been asked to move out of their home to move to higher land or to other places. Now, there is a recommendation has been given, the suggestion that can optimize the outcome. Now, that is predictive analysis. It uses optimization algorithm, simulation models, decision analysis techniques to determine the best course of action based on predicted outcome. So for example, yesterday I gave an example that a company is making profit, yes, but this company has product A, B, and C. You need to determine if these three products, how they perform in terms of profit. So you realize, for example, product A is making a lot of profit and is indeed the one making profit. Product B is not making profit or losses, but product C is making losses. Now, how do you make, which recommendation do you have so that you can optimize the outcome? You may recommend that product C should be removed from the products line, or resources to be added so that product C can have more resources. Probably that can make it, depending on what you find out, that can make it improve in terms of profits. So you are giving a recommendation that can optimize the outcome. You are doing what you call prescriptive analysis. Another one is diagnostic analysis. This is just aimed to understand the cause or the factors that contribute to something happening. You get sick. You have something on your body that needs to be diagnosed. So it's a matter of like finding out what has or might have contributed to what we are seeing. You're really seeing a problem. Now your work is to investigate, to find out what led to that. You are doing diagnostic analysis. So it involves analyzing historical data, conducting root cause analysis, and identify the correlations or causal relations among the data sets. Tuko pamoja?
Yes.
Okay. I only had yes from one person. But I want to ask a question
Yes.
to Ngata. Ngata, hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hi. Good.
Can you please explain to me the difference between agnostic and descriptive?
Descriptive.
Ah.
Descriptive analysis describes just describes the data, while diagnostic, it aims to understand the root cause of the data, like of certain outcomes.
Okay. Can you ask someone else to also support you or dissupport you?
Njogu.
Simon.
Wewe gala, wewe. Okay. Uh, Descriptive, you said is about describing what you see or so, and diagnostic is to get the root of something or why this thing is happening. When you look of historical
Yeah.
and what's happening in current something.
Okay. Paul. Paul,
Yes.
what elements or what factors do you use to measure or describe or to do descriptive analysis?
We use mean, median, and mode.
Yes. So those are the ones that we use to describe features or characteristics of a data set, and that's how we do descriptive analysis. I think that points home. Anyone with a question? Okay. So we proceed to the next one, inferential analysis. This is where if you did anything in a project, this dissertation project, whatever you did, then you might have had a chance of making or drawing conclusion based on population, overpopulation based on samples that you took. So it amounts to drawing conclusions or making inferences about a population based on a sample. It involves hypothesis testing, confidence intervals, and statistical modeling to generalize findings from the sample of a larger population. So this is what we do. Any sampling, any opinion polls, whatever they are, they use this kind of analysis. You don't, like I would say, unless otherwise, most of the time you realize they take a population, get the characteristics and features, and assumes or make inferences that the whole population is the same as that. So that is what inferential analysis is. Now, there's one exploratory data analysis, that EDA, which is used to explore and just discover what are the trends, the patterns, of relationship among the data. So like you want to see. And last time, yesterday, I told you something on how do you want to explore. Like you look at the population, you realize that the population are maybe younger generation, probably they're coming from the same area. You look at the relationship among what you have. So in the data set, what do you have? Are these people, we could, like we said yesterday, they're more female than male, but you not like look at, is there any other relationship? And you see some of them, most of them coming from Nairobi, some are coming from here. So you're trying to understand, to explore. So it involves you visualize, you make summary, and of course, data profiling to gain insight, just to understand there are many male, there are many female, they are of which age, their names start with whatever, you try just to understand, explore, and understand the type of data set you have. That's what it is. Now, there's text analysis, which is now a common one. It uses what we call natural language processing that involve extracting meaningful information and insight from unstructured data, and it includes techniques such as sentiment analysis and topic modeling, text classification. Now, last time I was in a class and I asked people if they ever heard of ChatGPT, and for some reason, two of the students never heard of ChatGPT at that time. I want to ask this question in this class. Is there anyone in this class that has never heard of what ChatGPT is? Be honest. Anyone? So we believe you all know. I want to ask a question, and this one, there's a lady called Ivy. She's not here today. Can you find out where she is? Ngata.
I have heard of it, but I don't know exactly how it works.
Okay, good. Ngata.
Yes.
Ngata. Hello?
Yes.
Have you used ChatGPT?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Anyone here who has never used it? Naomi?
Yeah, just heard of it, but never used it.
Okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. Winnie,
Yes,
have you used it?
yes, I have. I've actually worked on it.
Oh, okay.
Though
So
a
you know
little.
what it is. Can you explain to us what it is?
Okay, it's an AI model
Mm-hmm.
that you actually give it commands
Mm-hmm.
depending on what you want. Like I was working on a project, so you give it a command on what exactly you want it to do for you.
Yeah.
It searches, it can do projects, it can write for you. It actually does everything, answers for almost everything.
Yeah. So yes, you want to try it in Jogu. It's common. Just go to ChatGPT online, then you find it. You don't have to sign up. You can use it without signing up. And then it is text mining. It's a form of text analysis that uses natural machine language to extract, like, for example, it searches for anything that has ever existed online, posted by different people. It will do this thing in a very short time and be able to generate thousands of pages of words within a short time. Okay. So, but this is a bit advanced because you have to be advanced level to do like data science to be able to understand it fully. But it's a platform available for anyone who want to use it. Or if you have a challenge with that, you can always consult and then I'll show you how to use it. Now, the last one is spatial analysis. Now, this is based on geographic components. It's what gives us your location. It's what gives us the weather, for example. So focus is on analyzing data that has a geographic component. It involves examining the patterns, relations, and trends in data related to specific location, otherwise known as Geographic Information System, GIS mapping. So that's where you will be able to see if you ask, you go on and maybe using maps and all that, you just ask restaurant near me. It can be able to locate where you are at any other restaurant near you. That is what this thing does. So I want to believe that we've learned all these 8 kind of data analysis or analytics. Anyone with any question? No one? Okay. Yeah, Paul, go ahead.
Could you please repeat on the last two types of data analysis?
Which one?
The last two.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you mean spatial and which one was that? And text analysis.
Yes.
Yeah, I just said spatial analysis are the one that are used to look at the geographic location. So, for example, it's what's being used by maps. Okay, so people who are just designing maps, they're using this type of analysis to be able to locate where you are. So, for example, you want to locate a certain area, you just go to Google Map and then you can be able to type in. Now, how is that possible is through this kind of analysis. So whatever you type in, it can be able to generate and gives you if how long, how far it is from you. So that is kind of analysis that if you have to focus on this, probably you're going to work in those areas that deals with the geomaps and the maps. Okay. So in this case, what I'm even saying that you could be an analyst, but working in such space. Now, for text analysis, this is used for, that's in places like, for example, the AI stuff. So if you are to use AI machine learning, this is mostly used in machine learning, where we're using text to analyze. And I give example of ChatGPT, what ChatGPT does. If you are to be analyst in that area, then you're most likely going to work in models, you're going to work in machine learning and AI. But again, that also means that you have to go further than.
Thank you.
Is it clear now?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yes. Anyone with the other question? I have a question. And this question goes to Naomi.
Yes.
Yes. Did you understand what text analysis is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I would say, like, whenever you talk about this, you may want to think about ChatGPT as an example. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So let me also ask another person here.
Warimu,
Yes, go ahead, Jogo.
uh, I want to ask something like for me, I think the people who do like forex or trading, they use like exploratory data
Mm-hmm.
to do the forex like forex and tradings.
Mm-hmm.
Do they use like the exploratory data to do that?
So it depends. Depending on what they're looking for. For example, they just want to understand the patterns and the trends.
Because I think in like for example in trades they look on patterns and trends.
Yes.
Is
So
that a good example?
yes, it could be that, but it also depends at what point. So, for example, they
Mhm.
may want to make kind of doing where was this happening? So they may employ more than one of these, but
Yeah.
for sure that one of the things that are going to use is exploratory data analysis,
Mhm.
just to identify or discover the patterns, for example, for the trends and the relationship among the data set that we have. And I give example. If, for example, they want to look at this data we have, what are the relationship with the people or the data that is in this data set? For example, are they related to a certain company? Are they in like, all these things, which couple company, where are they based and all that? So that for sure will be very important for them.
Thank you.
Okay. So maybe I ask one more question to Anne. Anne,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So please, could you explain inferential analysis?
Differential analysis. That was why you said you draw conclusions from a population.
You draw conclusion about a population based on the sample.
The samples, yes.
Yes. Good. Now, where do we apply this skill? So one, we'll apply it in business. We'll apply it in criminal justice, healthcare, different industries, education, Internet of Things, and even politics. I will explain. In business, if you are a marketer, you can apply this skill in marketing. And that what I told you today, if you buy something online, you will see other many suggestions. So they can be able to look at your behavior online and suggest. And have you guys wondered how they're able to suggest something based on what you're saying? Or what you bought, sorry, what you bought? Anyone with an idea? Anyone want to try?
Please repeat the question.
Yeah, so I'm saying, have you wondered how they're able to suggest a particular item based on what you had bought? Washington.
Please
Yeah,
rephrase the
yeah,
question.
yeah. I think
Sababu ya kulala na nini 24/7.
Doc, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think based on your previous purchases or yours, the sites you visit online, whatever you search and all that. So by that they can use that data to maybe whenever you go back again, maybe to search for something, they'll definitely, based on your previous search histories and all that, they'll be able to suggest how your shopping list should be like, what to add in your cart and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So I will tell you this. So this how it works. Assuming you're Washington, you bought product 1, 2, 3, 4, and someone else buys 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So the common items you have together are 3 and 4. You get that? 3 and 4. But because you bought 1 and 2 and we have something in common, they will suggest for me 1 and 2 which you bought because we have something in common. Now, you didn't buy 5 and 6, but we have 3 and 4 in common. So they will suggest for you what I bought that you didn't buy. It involves a lot, but in a simple term, that's what works. That's how it works. Now, so if you're in marketing today, you should be worried if you're not employing any technology in marketing. Because in the future, there will be analysis or how people behave online, and there will be suggestion on which product they can buy. I buy things on Amazon, and always they send me some recommendations. Now, in business, again, you can use this technology or this skill in customer segmentation. I believe you all understand what customer segmentation is. Anyone who did business here? Winnie? Winnie?
Yes.
Yes, please explain to help us get this. What is customer segmentation?
Where you place a customer depending on probably their behavioral, not probably, depending according to their behaviors, buying behaviors, or probably where they live, their income.
Okay. Yeah, so segmentation is where you divide customer based on a certain number of people.
Yeah.
Okay. Winnie? Or is that Winnie?
Yes.
Yeah, you can mute
Yes.
now. You can mute.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that you divide customer based on certain criteria. For example, how their age, where they're located, their social life, and all that. So you may want to use that. to divide them into those segmentations. And of course, fraud detection, we talked about risk management and fraud detection are the same. So if you are data analyst and you are in a department that deals with fraud, you may end up working there. So that tells you this. What I'm saying in short is that if you're in marketing, you're in the right place. If you're working with the customer sales, you're in the right place. If you're in fraud detection, you're in the right place. If you think of risk management, you're in the right place. If you're in criminal justice department, crime prediction, wow, recidivism, how do you call this? Recidivism. I saw this when I was working with some students, police officers in Kenya many years ago. Risk management and of course resource allocation. Anyone who is in healthcare, whether you are a doctor trying to diagnose a disease, you want personalized medicine, drug discovery, and they say it that AI is changing a lot of things in health sector, and this is how it does it. So it will help you do all these things. If you're in whatever industry for predictive maintenance, you are in a motor vehicle industry, you want to look at how you can be able to maintain your vehicle. So you use predictive maintenance. Process optimization, very key everywhere. Everyone wants to optimize their processes or automate their processes. In this case, we mean like repetitive task. Okay, so this is automated. And there's quality control. If you're in education, you want to personalize learning, you want to improve student performance, you apply this, you use this skill. And of course, educational resource development. So you want to develop any resource for education purposes, you are in the right place because this skill will help you do that. Internet of Things. So for example, you talk about sensors. So Internet of Things is more like the things on the internet can be able to communicate with each other. One best way to do it is through using sensors or smart city for example. You can connect devices. So for example, sensors are very key. So I'll tell you this, what happens if you cross the red light, there's a camera. That camera will be able to transfer information and things can be able to communicate. And that's what we mean by Internet of Things. If you want to, you're in politics, you may use a voter behavior analysis to look at how people behave when they are voting, how you can campaign or optimize your campaign and the policy evaluation. Anyone with a question? Any other question? Fanis? Okay.
Yes.
Are you able to talk now?
Yeah, I'm home. I can talk.
Okay. So would you please give us at least 2 applications of this skill that we are learning here?
Sorry, come again.
Would you please give us at least 2 applications of this skill that you are learning here?
The data analytics, yeah?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, God is for us. You can ask someone to help you.
I think it can be used by retailers
Uh-huh.
to improve their marketing efforts.
Uh-huh.
Maybe guys who are dealing with wines and spirits and stuff like that, or our wenye wanauzanga coke. And it can also be used to increase customer loyalty. And then ninaomba this guy Njogu anisaidie hizo zingine.
And you want to give example of wine. It's Friday. No, it's Thursday. Njogu.
Kesho ni holiday.
Oh, tomorrow. So it's Friday. Okay. Njogu.
Please let me digest first.
Okay. Can you ask someone who is already digested? Njogu, pass it on to someone else.
Ngatha.
Yes, Ngatha.
I saw this coming. Okay. It can be used by politicians to
Okay.
know the voter behavior analysis. It can also be used in criminal justice to predict crime, for recidivism. For those who don't know what that is the people who have already offended, the chances are of them offending again. So it can be used to predict those recidivism to that one. I pass it to someone else. Washington.
Washington.
Yes, Mwalimu.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you say any other thing that you think we can apply, or this skill will be applied?
Back in 2022, during the elections in Kenya, I used to run a small PR firm, and it was more of data driven. So I used to do a lot of uh, voter analysis, their behavior, and present this data to these candidates, like demographic wise, which gender is really supporting you? What can you do to win the other gender? So I would say that analysis is so relevant when it comes to this politics and election thing. Yeah.
Good. Good. Very nice. So I would say this, and I think I want to repeat back to what I said earlier, in the week, is that this skill, it's not just a skill that you can be able to use to pursue a career. It can be used across all the professions. So if you're in finance, unless you add to the value of technology, you are likely to be in problems in future. So you switch easily to become financial analyst. In marketing analyst, human resource and analyst. Okay. If you are a teacher, you want to be more than just a teacher in class teaching. If you are part of campaign team, you don't want to be just a person talking to voters. You need to understand what they want, how do they behave. So if you are to package a message, you know how to package this message for them. Okay, if you are whatever industry you are in healthcare, they're like about, last time I had a conference, a webinar talking about the opportunities available in healthcare. From inventory analyst to healthcare analyst to pharmacy analyst to doctors, diagnostic analyst, to anything in healthcare, you can apply this skill. Today, anywhere where there's data, then you can be able to use this skill and you can fit in anywhere. What is important, you need to understand that you have to be very hands-on. You must be very ready to understand the concept, to apply them whenever there's need. And that's why the GitHub comes in. You need to showcase your profile. You need to build your portfolio. You need to understand and be able to demonstrate whenever you are asked for the interview. So this kind of interview are not just interviews that are less otherwise, but most time you'll be asked to do practical example. You're going to be asked, can please give us a study that you did or a project that you did that you undertook, and take us through how you worked through it until you presented the insight to the stakeholders for decision making. And that brings us to the first case study we have, the introduction of data analytics or analysis in 7-8. Now, the background is 7-8 wants to improve its decision making processes. It wants to optimize inventory management and enhance customer satisfaction. But they realized that the potential of data analysis in achieving these goals, and they have decided to introduce data analytics or analysis techniques into their operations. The objective is of this case study is to illustrate how the introduction of data analytics can benefit SafeNet in various aspects of their business. So, suggest the implementation steps you'd apply. What would be the result and the benefit of implementing this project? So I want us to do this here in this class. And so I want to ask students, good students, to give me or suggest for me the implementation steps that they would take, they would apply to undertake this study. And I want to give you a minute. I hope you guys can be able to see my screen. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I give you 2 minutes to read through again, and then we are going to answer this question. You're going to suggest for me the implementation steps and what you think would be the result and the benefit of implementing this project. So 2 minutes. Okay, I believe we're done. So I would ask to start with let's see. Let's start with Anne. Anne Waiganjo. Anne, can you hear
Yes.
me? Yes, please.
Yes.
So tell me at least some steps that you will take to implement this this project.
Can I request kindly to start from W this time?
Sorry?
Can I request for you to start with the last part on the list this time, please?
Okay, so who do you think is the last person?
My name starts with an A, so the last name would be
With who?
Washington.
Washington. Okay, Washington. Let's start with you.
Basically, from the case study, the implementation steps I would apply. These are just the processes, the steps or the process of data analysis. So step one is just the collection of data.
That's good. Thank you for that.
We'll gather relevant data from inventories in the past and Then we move to step 2, which is data cleaning. From that data we've got from 7net, we'll now see which data is duplicated, which ones are omitted, which ones are missing, and all that. And then after that, we do the cleaning to make it accurate and reliable. Then after that, we'll move to the third step, which is data exploration. Here now visualization, descriptive statistics, and other techniques just to gain a better understanding of 7net, its operations, and um, the business models and all that. Then we'll move to the fourth step, which is now transforming the data or manipulation. Now we'll do the filtering, aggregate the data, normalize the data to prepare it for our analysis. From there, we'll move to data modeling. Here now we apply the statistical, mathematical, and if we are at the advanced level now, the machine learning and the AI techniques to build those models. Then after we are done with modeling, we go to interpreting the data now. Now from the results obtained, we interpret the 7net and extract meaningful insights from our data. From there, we move to data visualization and reporting. Now we take it to the shareholders or for decision making. Yeah, that will be the steps.
Well done. So can we clap for him? I can see somebody's not ready to clap. Paul, Njogu, Naomi, I don't hear you clapping. Good. That's a very good attempt. And think that answer all the question. And unless somebody has a different version, anyone with anything they want to add? Naomi, anything you want to add? Naomi, you're on mute.
Okay, here, I'm here.
Yeah, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think that's mostly how I would have suggested as well.
Okay.
That to now that's how we're gonna know where this is after doing all this, we're gonna know where the if there's any weakness anywhere, what do we need to improve and how to do that.
Okay. All right.
That's where this will lead us to.
Okay. Good. So this if you look at this case study, it has a lot of information, so many wording, give you background and objective. But the real sense, it's only asking you to look at those steps, the processes, which is what you needed to do. Okay, and this is something that I told you, it's what you're going to do every day as data analyst. Your job, whether you're in healthcare, whether you are in marketing, whether you are in campaign, whether it will be the same thing. So that is the implementation step that you would apply. Now, question 2, how or what would be the results and the benefit of implementing these projects? What do you think this question is asking for? Paul?
Yes, I think the question is trying to find out why data analytics.
So what will be the result and the benefit of implementing this project?
I think it will evolve around the informed decision making.
Yes.
And then problem solving.
Okay.
And then risk management and customer understanding.
Yes, among many others. That's good. So I think we are good. I think you guys are becoming good students. Okay. Are you always like this or just this time round? Winnie. Winnie. Winnie, you're on mute. Njogu.
Yes, 1 minute.
Njogu.
I was to say decision making. That's all.
So what I'm just saying, look like you guys are good. You look like you're good students. So my question is, are you always like this or just this time around?
Just trying.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's well answered. So that is it. So let's look at the recap of what we learned today, the day before, that is yesterday. We talked about, the steps, which are data collection, data presentation, and analysis, and of course, visualization. So those are the key components of data analytics. And that's exactly what you're going to do in your daily life as data analyst. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? Now, the processes, as Washington just explained, you define, you collect, you prepare, you analyze, and then, sorry. You analyze and then you visualize and then do the interpretation for action or decision making. So in our class, I want to give you time today. So tomorrow we're going to start on the tools, and the tools are the ones that you're going to use. So when you are collecting, when you are cleaning, when you are preparing it, or cleaning, preparing, and transforming it, which is otherwise we call manipulation, when you're exploring, when you're using you're doing statistical analysis or machine learning, depending which one you're going to use, when you're visualizing, which tools are you going to use? And the tools are the ones that you're going to learn. We are going to learn data visualization tools, which include Excel, Tableau, Power BI. Those are the main ones we're going to learn here. We're going to look at SQL, SQL, which is database management system. In this class, no, we are not going to learn any programming language. This one will be advanced level, and of course, machine learning. We're just going to understand them in this class, but we may not be able to use them. So in this class, in this training, sorry, we are going to use Excel, Tableau, Power BI, and SQL. So from tomorrow, we're going to look at those tools. We're going to understand them, how they work, what's the difference between them, why are they important, at what point do you need to use one or two of them. So then this sort of thing, and of course, that will be the class assignment. So this class assignment is very key because what I need to do, or I want you to, why is it now common for organizations to have key position held by data analyst? And then I will ask you to look at the course. So this is a class assignment that I need you to do, and this must be given back to me. So you guys have this. You can take a screenshot. If you don't have it, it's there in the WhatsApp group. But if you want, you can take a screenshot and have it, because this is an assignment that will be given to me before next week, Monday. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes, we are.
take a screenshot, or you can get it from the WhatsApp group that we have, so that you start working on it as early as today. Okay. So then we can proceed from tomorrow, unless somebody has a question. Anyone with a question? Any question, any recommendation? Okay, should I ask a question? Let me see who to ask. Anne. Anne?
Yes, Molly.
Now
Yes.
you are new. You said we should start from W. Right now we're starting from A.
Yes.
Okay. Are you happy?
About today's class?
Everything. Like the whole class, how it's going, the whole training.
Yes. I am happy. I'm very happy.
Very happy. Okay.
Very happy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm catching.
Okay. So today, if they ask you and you are in a class, oh, I tried to call you and said, oh, I was in a class, which class it was, the analytics class, and they ask you, hey, what is that? What did you learn today? What will you tell them you learned?
I tell them they have learned about applications of data analysis in various fields or Yeah, for example, healthcare, business, in education, politics, and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so can you give this chance to someone else also to say what they have learned?
Pass it along to Naomi.
Naomi,
Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's been a great class today, and learned. We also went through types of data analytics, and that we had this descriptive analysis, predictive, there's prescriptive, diagnostic.